Or secondly, Team Liquid just straight up brings a fight to Fnatic.
Yeah.
And they could do that by picking up a Maiev.
I really don't know how this is gonna go now, because I feel like with the setup that we have, there's a good chance that Fnatic today chooses another mage for main and just says, okay, we're gonna play either around Gul'dan, or maybe if they want to be a bit out of the box, go into Kalthus again, which they have played in part 1 a couple of times. But there's definitely I mean, Team Liquid at this point has to come up with swinging, but they are already in a spot where it's rough. They need to win 3 in a row now. If they lose one more map out of the next potential 3, they will be 2nd seed going into the playoffs and not 1st seed.
All right, well, we'll see what's going to pay off for them. So far, Team Liquid, they've been banning out Maiev, but we'll see if they're going to run with that strat again. And Fnatic has been answering back with a Tracer ban. Team Liquid, will you adjust your drafts here? Because I feel like we need to get it for them. No, they're just going to go ahead and ban a Maiev. Nothing from Team Liquid, a hero that they've been very successful with lately.
Tracer ban, in my opinion, again. No, Medivh.
Ooh.
Interesting for me because Fnatic is notoriously bad with Tracer. They are the team that plays the least Tracer in all of Europe, and the 2 games that they played with Tracer, they both lost. So that's one of the reasons why I felt they banned out Tracer, since they just want to deny it to the opponent. On Infernal Shrines, it seems they're willing to take that trade-off just because Tracer herself doesn't add too much on the shrine, so that they're trying to play around the wave clear. And also, of course, Fnatic has been playing with Hanzo and Medivh on this map. I am wondering where Diablo's going to end up, because this is, again, one of the best, if not the best Diablo map, maybe outside of Tomb.
Sure.
And Fnatic has Breeze, so if they can get him on Diablo, that would be great for them.
Typically, he's banned out by the time Fnatic picks him up, which is usually in that 3 to 4 rotation.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Team Liquid is going to try and snipe him away, or of course ban him later on. Team Liquid thinking pretty heavy about this first pick. Usually they snap Hanzo.
Yeah, normally they're going straight into Hanzo, but they lost twice with Hanzo as a first pick now. And they go into an early Garrosh. Okay, so that's already one of those situations where if you pick Diablo, you have to be careful, because if you get flipped and you don't run a double support setup, you at least need some kind of support that can help you out to an extent. That could be still Stukov, I would say. So you could still try and just provide the silence whenever someone gets flipped, or you have someone that has a burst heal available.
Or you could just not go for Diablo.
Exactly.
That's the other tool there.
That's the other way.
And keep picking up the Anubrek, which they've had success with, and stopping Garrosh from getting the approach. The Impales have been on point so far. And then you have the Cocoon. So they're going to leave their options up, and they're going to pick Hanzo and Stukov.
That could also then lead to Team Liquid banning Diablo, so that would be the use of there. By the way, talking about the setup for them with Anuburak, because I haven't really pointed out in the last game, but we talked about it in the past. Fnatic has a stellar track record with Anuburak. They were the team that played Anuburak while everyone else was still ignoring the bug. Now that we have him more in the meta, more teams are starting to pick him up. But Fnatic has now, after the last victory, 9 games with Anuburak, and they won 8 out of those. So they have only a single loss. Every single time they're driving a team fight and are really aggressive with the team fights, going in and just cocooning targets, pushing the fight away from it, turning it into a 5 versus 4. They're super successful with that.
King of bugs. Or would it be a queen?
By far the most successful Anuburak team in the league. Nobody else is even close. They have on Anuburak an 88% win ratio, and the next one down in the line is Method with 58%, 7 wins and 5 losses. So Fnatic is just on top of the world when it comes to Anuburak play.
So Stukov and Anuburak, when we go into the MSB, should be banned out every game from them. Stats-wise.
Yeah, that's not quite how it works.
That's how it works, Caldor.
Okay, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yes, that's
what do you
how
know?
It works.
What do you know? You got a hashtag. That's about it. That's all you got. Hashtag Caldor stat. Genji. Being hovered as a band here for Fnatic. Surprised to see that Genji isn't getting picked up by Fnatic. They, for a couple of weeks, were just beelining to that Genji every time, even first picking him. But they have walked away from a little bit and even thinking about banning him here.
Yeah. I actually kind of... I feel like I like it in the sense that that Quacknix is currently showing that he has a couple of other heroes to show off, because he was very much on the Genji train for a weekend or 2. The Gul'dan pick for Team Liquid is, by the way, something that I personally find pretty cool, because I expected it for Fnatic. So I think for Team Liquid it fulfills a double purpose. They are good with Gul'dan, it's number 1, so he fits the map, and you also take a tool away that you expect Fnatic to at least look at. Diablo ban wouldn't shock me at all, and there we have it. That was more or less expected. Fnatic is, I think, still okay with that. Breeze's reputation on the hero forces so many Diablo bans against them on specific maps. It's actually crazy.
What'd you say last week? He has 3 games?
He has only 3 games with Diablo, because the hero is always banned out. And if they wanted the hero, they would have to prioritize him so highly that they just say that it isn't worth it. We can still flex Breeze into other heroes quite easily, so we don't have to be, you know, Diablo. But everybody just respects how good Breeze is on the hero, because once you see him play Diablo, all of a sudden he just like bodies everyone. And it was like, oh yeah, that's why we banned that out all the time. Okay, now we remember.
And as a Goldan player, you do not want to be in a spot where Shadow Charge is coming towards you, setting you up for a kill, especially with the coordination being seen from Fnatic. Now, looking back over to Fnatic with that Diablo ban popping out, I'm still okay with the Anubrak. Wouldn't mind seeing Bad Bunny on Blaze once again here, just to make sure that they have that extra protection, that layer there, so Anubrak is able to get back.
You could definitely play a Anubrak setup here. You would need a bit more, but this is also another map where you could think about going into Greymane.
True.
Especially against Garrosh, so you could try and make that play.
ETC!
We have the ETC set up again. I played it a few times now in Infernal Shrines. And especially against Garrosh, they really like to play with ETC. That's one of the setups where they can try and punish positional mistakes on Garrosh's side, because he doesn't really have that escape. So they've been playing that same strategy or that same idea behind it now several times. And of course, the follow-up through Stuk of Silence makes the spot even rougher for Garrosh, since he can't really move out. So once the silence and the stun hits, you are definitely in trouble. But it also means that you need someone else that can deliver a fair amount of damage, and that could be Greymane with a Cursed Bullet, and that setup would heavily pressure Garrosh.
We'll see if that's coming out here. Don't forget also with the ETC, you can break that Groundbreaker when it comes out by dropping the knockback, making sure that the animation doesn't pop out.
Yep.
Doesn't go on cooldown, but at least you get away from your opponents. Now, Team Liquid thinking about their 4th and 5th pickup here. Want to see someone that has a finisher available for Team Liquid.
I feel it's already rough for them. We could still see a Thrall setup.
True.
Going triple Orc here, full smoke with Thrall heading into the top lane first, but it's Leoric. Leoric, of course, is super good here. We've seen Thrall play fit too, but with Leoric, you always have later on after 13 and 16 very nice shrine control and a lot of damage reduction as well. So Junkrat, of course, with the damage output, it's going to be nice for them too. Having that poke from outside of the shrine, secure a few of those minion stacks and maybe get the Punisher for yourself. The question is, how is Fnatic now going to react? Are we going to see Greymane? Are they going to play that, even though they this time don't have a Zarya to provide the extra shield? Are they still confident in Quacknix rocking the hero here? Keep in mind, with Greymane, they are 12-2.
If they go Greymane, they got to find ways to get to that Goldan, because the poke between Goldan and Junkrat will be really annoying for him. Even Stukov to a degree, having a hard time healing that all out.
I think with Greymane, they're just going to blow Garrosh apart every single time they see him.
If they can find the fix, it's going to be a Tychus.
I like that we see a bit more Tychus. That makes so much sense to me. We've been talking about this for 2-3 weeks now, that Tychus would actually fit here. And Europe has been not looking as much on Tychus as other regions have, but now in the last, yesterday and today, we're seeing a bit more Tychus play against Diablo, against Garrosh. It makes a lot of sense, and I like that setup here from them.
We used to have him very weak when Diamondskin was playing, but even Diamondskin pulled away from him a little bit. Just even the Odin by itself on this battleground, even for not wanting to burn out tanks, is very helpful for securing that Punisher. And then even if you don't have to use Odin on the Punisher, you can use it for the pushes. So we have that Odin, that transformation available.
It's not like Tychus isn't played at all. So we have seen Tychus 30 times in Europe in 2018, and that's out of 200 games that have been played. So just to give you a slight idea. And Team Liquid, Fnatic has actually played him twice. One game was successful, the other one was a defeat. So this is the 3rd time now that we're seeing them. And once more, they have a 2 lead in the series. If now Fnatic takes another win, now would mean that they claim victory, and that Method has the number 3 spot in the rankings, and Team Liquid would drop down to number 4, which would put them into the 2nd seed position for the playoffs next week.
Who do you like here for late game, as we're about to get ready to go to game number 3? Because Goldan and Junkrat.
I actually still like Fnatic with Big Red Button on 20, having Blaze with all survivability, ETC. I like Fnatic's level 20 a lot.
Well, let's go into game number 3. Fnatic up 2-0, and Fnatic will be here on the left side. Playing ETC is going to be Breeze, Smexy on Stukov, Quacknix on Tychus, Mana on Hanzo, and Bad Bunny. It's going to blaze it up.
And over to the right side of the map, we have Eternal playing Leoric now for Team Liquid. Nurok, of course, on Gul'dan with Hazorps on Junkrat. Splendor on Malfurion, and Sport Billy again on Garrosh. The 2nd time in a row now. Lost out on the last game, where he didn't have quite the impact that we was hoping for. But at this point, again, the question, who is going to take it here? We have already the ETC setup, a lot of stuns for the front lines. So there's definitely heavy damage potential against Garrosh himself, even more so now that we have Tychus in play. Displacement is on the side of Team Liquid though, and they're already using it against Bad Benny, but here comes the silence! And the quick jet propulsion onto Garrosh. He is dead, first blood in the game, and that is even without Tychus having access to the bigger they are.
And that's why you don't chase a Blaze, especially when you have another main tank on the opposing side. ETC coming with that power slide, setting up the easy jet propulsion into the massive stun. And as you mentioned, Garrosh taken out early. Fnatic coming out firing in game number 3.
Garrosh should actually suffer a lot on this game. This is really not an easy game for Sport Billy by any means. The entire setup that Fnatic has, even outside of a Blaze jet propulsion, is really hinging a lot on Tychus, Stukov and ETC, trying to see if they can get a drop on Sport Billy. And every single time that Billy moves out a bit too far, they will be there to punish him. So it's all about positional mistakes. Of course, they're not limited to Garrosh. You can actually drop anyone on the map that he can access to. And in this case, it's Nurok and Gul'dan. Double kill against Liquid. I mean, this is a great start for Fnatic.
If your composition burns tanks, it also can burn squishies. And we just saw it there with Gul'dan getting absolutely destroyed underneath his own turret, by the way. Not being able to even attack back, being silenced here the entire time.
Method is going to be really happy about what they're seeing here right now.
Yeah.
They're going to be very happy about that. There was a bit of early day banter going on where Mena was just like memeing around and saying towards Team Liquid, boys, it's time to show you my Gazlo. And then Shrimpy was immediately ready, was like saying, guys, could you please focus on the game? No memes here. We need the competition to come in. And Fnatic is absolutely delivering. I mean, they are respecting the competitive edge of this match. They are absolutely acknowledging that there's still a lot of the line for Team Liquid and for Method. So they are making this a really fair battle, and they're pouring their hearts into those games. And doing fairly well. So far, they have the 2 kills here in game number 3. And let's just see if Team Liquid can turn the momentum around, because right now, it's definitely in the hands of Fnatic.
All I'm hearing is that Shwimpy has denied us a Mane Gazlo, which means now the burden of playing Gazlo goes over to Shwimpy.
You got a Murky today.
I always want more. You know? It's like you and M&M's. You just need a little more. A couple more.
Don't tell them about my secret weakness.
If you guys enjoy Calidor, I want to see him at BlizzCon, and you want to put a smile on his face, I know it's rare to see a smile. Give him peanut butter M&M's.
No, it's not
No,
peanut
just
butter.
peanut, just peanut, just peanut.
No, it's not even peanut. Oh my god, you loan me so little. Really?
It's the yellow
We've
ones.
been working. No, it's not. We've been working for more than a year, and you have no idea. I'm really disappointed.
Really? Are they not the yellow ones?
Almond, my friend. Almond.
Oh, almond. I mean, it's a form of nut. It's close. It's close.
Talking about nuts, Fnatic is going nuts right now. It's level 6.
Nice.
That's a pro
good. That's a
transition right there.
right there, yeah.
I worked hard on that one.
Dang, dude.
That's a good one. I prepared that earlier.
Killing it.
Shrine is on, and that's where Fnatic is taking position. So now the bigger they are is in play, and that's of course Fnatic's biggest tool against Garrosh when he moves out there. And Sport Billy is I mean, think about how passive compared to previous games Sport Billy is currently on Garrosh. For very good reason. He knows that the setup of Fnatic is dangerous, and so he needs to be careful. He still needs the flips though, so he's finding himself in that weird limbo where he needs to have an impact, but it's going to be rough. And there's the setup, exactly as predicted, right there. He moves out for now. Can they still get the kill? Was a good move by Junkrat, providing some space. Billy is alive, but Breeze might actually fall. Close encounter, and Team Liquid able to save Garrosh here, mainly because Junkrat had the displacement there. Great play, well done, but that was still very close, and it illustrates just perfectly how much trouble Sport Billy is going to be in this game.
And there's not even time to sit here and enjoy the plays. We're still racing on the Shrine. 36 to 26. Team Liquid steps up, attempting to clear out. Nurok doing well here, 39. And it looks like Team Liquid is going to be able to grab the Shrine. Eternal falls in exchange for it, and Breeze looking for a little bit more, but he has to be careful. He has to get out. Bad Benny getting tossed to the back right corner, but don't worry, he has a jet propulsion. He can get away.
Yeah, they can't chase him too much. So we have a kill against Team Liquid. That's the 3rd one in the game. There should still be, yes, Punisher can still be baited over the wall. So that was a good move. Nice damage also against Nurok. Well done by Mena, making sure that he had to move away here. And they're actually looking for another kill. But the setup isn't quite there. Breeze and Smexy with a bit of miscommunication. Quacknix takes the damage. Punisher jumps in. But Fnatic is actually walking away from this, saving even their wall.
Yeah, they wanted Malfuria in there, and that's where we saw Smexy drop down the sounds with the root. A little too much.
I have seen a lot of teams that bait the Punisher over the wall. I have seen very few teams that bait him over to the other side shortly afterwards. So that was actually well done. But again, you can already see from both sides what the idea here is. So first of all, Liquid again runs into that problem where we have the perfect sync of the abilities and Fnatic gets the kill. On the Shrine fight, they did fantastic. They got the Punisher, but they lost, of course, one of their heroes, and therefore they didn't get a lot out of it. Fnatic still in the lead in experience. Didn't even lose the 2nd tower at the bot lane. And Fnatic just racking up the kills right now.
What's one of the reasons why Garrosh stays alive? First off, his armor. What's the second reason? Indomitable at level 4. But what if the Garrosh can never use Indomitable? And that's the main plan here for Fnatic. The constant silence is making it impossible for him to walk away. The constant CC trains as well.
Now, after level 10, Horrify is one of the tools that you can use to try and keep Garrosh alive. Silence on the side of Malfuri, not even so much, because you have to go way too deep to actually connect with, let's say, Stukov. But another tool that we could see is, of course, Junkrat if he gets the displacement. You need to create some space to keep Garrosh alive here. And we still have Billy with the opportunity to take out Benny, and they get the kill. Well done. First kill for Liquid in this game.
Yeah, they find a nice little 4-man gank, but still they're behind in experience. It's Fnatic's about to hit level 10. They've taken the time here to move in for the mercenary camps on the bottom right due to Team Liquid being in the top lane. So Fnatic will have their own little bit of a counter pressure, but as you mentioned, Team Liquid at least finding something and getting on the scoreboard.
And you know, with that kill, they can push the top lane, so they can take down a few of the structures. They can go through the gate itself. That provides vision for later pushes, maybe even drop the tower, get closer to 10. So that kill allowed them some momentum on the top lane and getting a few structures down. But with level 10, we now have, as expected, the talents on the side of Team of Fnatic. Pretty, I mean, what you would expect. Hanzo with the arrow, Odin, ETC still thinking about going into Mosh here, whereas on the side of Team Liquid, there's still a chance that Tranquility is going to be chosen by Malfuri, and if he feels that that's the best way to keep the front line alive when Fnatic is trying to pop their combo.
I wouldn't mind a stage dive here if Fnatic is thinking about it. Having stage dive allows you to jump on Junkrat when he's going for the Rip Tire and try to stop him from being able to get that perfect Rip Tire off. Also, Gul'dan's a nice little prime target. You have to be careful though. Of course, when you're diving in, you want to make sure that you are in a spot where you can make it to your team with a power slide. But there are options available here for ETC, and Breeze is thinking about it right now.
Yeah, on the other hand, you will force the opponent to hold back a few of the CC abilities if you have the Mosh Pit, but he goes in the stage dive, so he can jump into the backline. Gives them another engage tool, and also pseudo global now on the map.
And he'll be able to soak that bottom lane, and he's going to start doing that while the rest of Fnatic run to the top.
Yeah, Malfurion still hasn't taken anything here. I could definitely see him going to Tranquility. With how aggressive Fnatic was around these frontline kills, if you have Tranquility and you can keep the target alive just long enough so that he can get out of that spot and then re-engage into the battle, that would definitely be a tool. The scary thing about Fnatic is that so far the combo that we've seen has not even been centered around any kind of heroic cooldown.
Yeah, some basic abilities.
Exactly, it's basic abilities that we're talking about. And then on top of that, you stack more damage through Odin after you have the minigun through, after you have used the bigger they are, and the Hanzo arrow.
Odin popped. Fnatic can commit here, 16 to 10. ETC still making a massive amount of room in the bottom lane. Stage dive comes out right in between Sport Billy and Nurok. He's Indomitable, but the power slide hasn't been used. Power slide into the end two. Wow, that was clean. Gonna be able to get some damage here on a Thurnal, and a Thurnal is gonna be pushed backwards. And what's funny is that Entomb was actually Team Liquid's Entomb.
Exactly, that Entomb just trapped Leoric, and very quickly at that. A great move with a power slide, and then the Stukov shove comes in and pushes him out. So that turned against Team Liquid quickly. Not quite what Eternal intended when he dropped that.
I don't think Smexy intended that. He was like, oh, okay.
No, from Smexy that was an IQ 200 play.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he is the best Stukov. Wouldn't put it past him. Well, 13 about to hit. Fnatic's about to get a Punisher. It's an Arcane Punisher as well. Yeah, they aim to push.
Yeah, that's going to be... I mean, this is starting to become very dangerous for Team Liquid because they can soon end up in a situation where they get snowballed in experience. So that Punisher should at least get the fort. And the question is, what else can Fnatic get? The fort should fall 100%. Can they go through the wall here? Can they maybe even get a kill? You already see the silence coming out, the lurking arm from Smexy after the stun on the Punisher is being procced in the jump. So he's trying to see if they can maybe follow it up. So far that hasn't been the case, but there's still the potential.
Fort get picked up. Punisher jumped in. Should get cleared up pretty quickly. Team Liquid hanging in there, but starting to fall behind pretty quickly with a full level of disadvantage. They're sitting at 13 3/4 to the 12.5 as Team Liquid is attempting to just stay in this game. Now, the good news is they are still sticking around. They have yet to lose a key, but they're starting to lose that infrastructure. They're going to need to get this 13 and try to start fighting soon. And good news for them, when they do start to fight pretty soon, they are leveling up pretty well. Gul'dan 13, Gul'dan level 16, and in particular, pretty darn strong for trying to burn down ETC.
Oh, Quackney nearly got stunned by Sport Billy there as he's checking if there's someone waiting. All right, again, not hitting, not having the vision. Here comes the vision tool now from Hanzo because they want to go for the camp. That's, of course, already a pretty nice tell. Yeah, Smexy again with a shove attempt, doesn't work out. And, of course, the displacement on the spot itself, and that forces Fnatic off.
Yeah, if that shot had gone off, they would have just go ahead and committed to the mercenary camp. We're going to wait it out here. continue to poke. Smexy keeping everyone nice and tapped off. Meanwhile, Bad Benny in the bottom lane is still pushing in this lane too, allowing for him to come in for a flank if he gets minions there.
It's still a really tricky camp to fight over at this point. Yeah, nice move by Norok, getting the damage in against Quacknix. That was an important one, trying to put the pressure on. Here comes the arrow, and the stage dive just flattening Malfurion like a pancake. He's down, but the counter kill against ETC as Team Liquid responds in kind.
Nice Entomb there. Nurok willing to chase, and he's needing more stacks too. Currently only sitting at level 19, or at 19 out of the 40 he needs for that corruption to finish off. You got 3 in that team fight, so helpful for him. Team Liquid at least getting a kill and trading off, puts the pressure on Fnatic off a little bit so they can go ahead and back up and start working on mercenary camps, and Team Liquid takes the opportunity to get their own pushing in.
That's a really nice kill though by ETC, but of course not surviving, that's an issue. Also, talking about heroes that don't survive, Leoric falling here. Quacknix taking him down, and talking about Quacknix, he is on 17 stacks out of 20 for his dash quest. So trying to get the extra range on the run and gun. That's a pretty heavy range increase too. Getting the extra 50% is pretty awesome.
Yeah, he'll need 8 more globes to do that, 25 in total.
And they're working on the fountains right now. So the whole idea of Fnatic is to ideally take away the lane sustain of the opponent. They are not able to drop this one, but the next shrine spawns in the mid lane, so that would be the one that you ideally would want to take out. The big advantage, of course, for them is that they have nearly level 16, and Quacknix is finishing what he started here. Just goes in and drops a quick grenade to drop it.
Fnatic's going to have 16. They're already soaking it here in the middle with the bottom lane too. That's 2 waves of experience. Team Liquid setting up for a gank here in the top left corner. See if they can maybe catch a Blaze, who is currently playing safe in the middle lane.
Team Liquid is definitely in a lot of trouble. Like, no doubt about it. Team Liquid is in a lot of trouble at this point. If they can somehow get a kill somewhere, find a target, that would be great. But now the camps are taken away from them at the bot lane. The fort down there is already about to fall, and they're not really caring about it too much at this point. The minions and the mercenary camp they just took are definitely going to go through that. Now we are seeing the camp taken at the top left as well. And of course, with that talent lead, with that level lead, Fnatic should get another Punisher here. They will definitely try and fight for it. ETC is still at the bot lane. He still has stage dive. He can come in at any point in time. And he can push the lane out now too. Yeah,
Team Liquid's trying to at least force that hand, or at least get that stage dive cooldown to pop out. They're spread out too to make sure they don't get too much of an engage on it. Team Liquid still half a level from that 16 with the Merc camp being grabbed by Fnatic.
Breeze is going to push the bottom key wall. He already destroyed another wave and allowed the camp to move in even harder. He's now hiding, but Liquid is just sending heroes down. They can't fight for this, so they know that already, and they need to respond to the aggression that we're seeing here. So Liquid is just giving up the Punisher and says, yes, we can't do anything about it right now. We need the experience. Let's get 16, and with 16, try and defend here.
And that allows Breeze to just rotate over to the middle.
Oh, double
Fnatic goes for the double camp play. They're going to have 2 Bruiser camps pushing in the top lane if they're able to grab this. Moving on to that keep, and they'll have a Punisher pushing in the middle too. Team looking to do something, and they're about to hit 16, so they go in for it. And 2 pops out, Drain, Hope, popping on top of ETC. He's been knocked up, he's been silenced, but can he get out? Horrify as well. Finally, Breeze goes down. It took a lot from Team Liquid, but they get the cow.
Yes, nice. Well done here. That was actually an important one because now Fnatic has only 4 as they're pushing in with a Punisher. That was a great one. The original idea of Fnatic was fantastic here, but Team Liquid reacted extremely well. Arrow comes out though. They're going for Spot Billy. Here comes the jet propulsion, and Garrosh is down. Liquid in the 4 versus 4 as Fnatic picks up the kill.
My question was going to be, why didn't they use the Dragon Zero to try and keep ETC alive? Well, there's the answer. They were going to go for a kill with the Punisher. And with Odin pop, they're able to continue moving in.
And ETC will have stage dive when he comes back because he got interrupted earlier.
So now they can maybe even make a play for the core here if the Punisher does enough. They're looking for a kill. Jet Propulsion misses out on Nurok, who's still working on that corruption at 27 stacks right now, so he's still hurting. Keep gets chunked, slowly but surely. Oh no, Gul'dan's locked down, and guess who's up in 1 second? ETC, he can stage dive in at point.
CC's in, here comes the stage dive, they're going for it. The root is on the ground, so he can't power slide in. But Fnatic gets the keep, they have their entire setup. They can still take the back camp, by the way. The top camp has only 1 single mercenary left right now, so they can easily go in and grab it.
And they do so. They run over. Oh, they don't even grab it. They start pushing here on the top. Okay, finally turn around and put some attention on it.
2.
Breeze gets tossed up, puts into a tomb. He's locked down, and he is ground beef again.
Yeah. Breeze now immediately dying again. Uh-oh, Riptide against Quark. Eternal tries to move in. Slows him down. Okay, Taya didn't really do anything here.
Nice
and they can't get the kill. Good damage against Sport Billy, that was an important one. Bot lane is pressuring. But I mean, Fnatic is playing around level 20 talents at this point. So they are trying to get 20, for the next one and then gain another Punisher and then finally move through the wall. Ideally, Fnatic would save the Fountain at the bot lane now.
Yeah, that's how they get their level 20. Ooh, they actually go for a dip potion here in the middle. Bad Benny. Here with the rest of this team. There is no ETC. This is a 4v5 that Fnatic is fighting. Smexy gets thrown to the back right corner. A Drain Life comes out too. Smexy trying to heal up, and he's picked off. Why would they go in for that?
Not sure, but that's definitely not how you want to play this now, because that's a staggered death, and they are so close to getting level 20.
Entomb
Quack
in the middle of a run and gun. Bunker should get him out though.
Yeah.
Okay, they get the kill. Here's a stage dive too.
All right, they're going in with a stage dive now. And the kill from Mene in the backline against Junkrat. They're getting this. Splendor is also low, and he's trying to escape here, but Mene jumps right into his face. Icebox saves him for a few seconds, but Mene isn't done, and neither is Breeze.
Yeah, Mene's in a spot where he can just shoot fish in a barrel. He goes for Splendor, looks over at Nurok as well. Scatter Arrow misses, but he doesn't care. He's got teammates. Drain Life connecting. Nurok going to try and trade it out, but Mene sidesteps the Fell Flame. Bad Benny and Breeze should be able to eventually clean this up. Oh my gosh, Nurok is dodging like crazy. Eventually gets picked off. That's going to be 4 for Team Liquid. One more here in the middle is going to be Sport Billy. Fnatic is actually coming back to chase him down. Yeah, and that's a staggered death. If they chase him right now, that is a staggered death against him. He won't be able to escape. There's absolutely no way. Question is just, when does he die? And they stagger his death, stagger the death, and now they're having also an open bot wall. They can open the wall, put pressure on the keep, ideally take it, but even if you just pressure it a little bit, if you win the Punisher, and with the level 20 talents they should, you have an open way straight to the core. There goes that keep wall, and with a minion wave, they can put a little bit more damage on top of this keep. Now, Malfurion will be here in 5 seconds, and a Riptire is going to be helpful to clear off this minion wave and also put some damage on the heroes. Actually gets blown up because Breeze gets so aggressive that Hospitals has to stop the Riptire. Smart play by him. Yeah, and now they're having damage on the keep. They don't have to take it down, but every damage point matters because the Shrine is now activated. So all they have to do is move back, use their Storm talents, the ability to get the Punisher, and then they can move through the bot wall. There's not even a keep in the middle that they can bait it to. Breeze set up in a little smart position here. Ready to power slide in, but gets scattered out. Just barely as Hospitals is coming on in. Now, a full level. Does Team Liquid just fight this? Do they just go in? They have to? They have to. I don't think that they can stay back here. Defending against this without level 20 talents is even going to be rougher. They did a fantastic job earlier to pick up a couple of kills, you know, when it really mattered, and keep themselves in play a bit longer. But Fnatic always responded, and now Liquid has to go for it. The big red button is already there. Fnatic is playing it slow. They know that they have the advantage. Benny in trouble, but he should have the bunker. Big jump into the back line, and here comes the Horrify. Splendor pops. Breeze has that power slide available. Still looking at Sport Billy. Will he go in for the chase? Jumps into the bunker to make sure he doesn't get tossed in by his opponents. 34 gems here for Fnatic, and they dissuade Team Liquid from fighting fully. Team Liquid still half a level away from hitting 20. And Team Liquid doesn't even have waves they can take. The top lane is pushed out. There's no experience for them to grab, and the mid lane is the same thing. If those waves would have pushed onto their core at this point, or the keeps, they could have moved in and try and take it, but not even that's possible. Corruption still not even done yet. 9 stacks here for Nurok on Goldan. Gonna have the Riptire come out. Again, just trying to prevent Fnatic from pushing in too much. Also want to have the ability to get some damage on the minion wave if they need it. But Thurl's gonna go ahead, pop on in. He's actually going straight for the walk on top of the targets, putting their damage down a little bit. Thurl has to back up now. It's all about defense for Team Liquid. They're trying to hold as much as they can, but their window is closing. Yeah, and Fnatic is absolutely running the show now. They're going to take the second keep of the game, and now they're going to go for core. The Team Liquid is closing in on 20, but it's not going to be enough. Once again, Fnatic looking for the kill here, pressuring Sport Billy. He's trying to bait the Punisher away. The Catapult's already moving through the mid lane. Nurok just shelling away with grenades the entire time, trying to keep Fnatic at bay as they're starting to move for the core. Moving for the core, stage out even popping out. Another arrow comes out, misses, and get the full connect they want. Team Liquid doing their best here to hold on, but their shields are starting to get low. Bad Benny goes in for a jet propulsion and hits Malfurion. Malfurion's low on health. Bad Benny chasing him down. Even with the Ice Block popping up, it doesn't matter. The core is the main focus for Fnatic. 10% down to 5. They continue to shell away, and that's going to be it. Fnatic gets a 3-0, and they'll take the series over Team Liquid. Impressive series by Fnatic. Nothing on the line for them, and they are able to win it without dropping a single map. And that means that now Method moves into the number 3 spot in the rankings, and Team Liquid is going to be the 4th. So second seed for Team Liquid heading into the playoffs next week. Yep, very happy moments here for Method, so congrats to them as they'll have that one match only to play next week thanks to that victory from Fnatic. But let's talk about Fnatic for a little bit here. Fnatic has had a rough season, mostly because there was high expectations when they came in. Everyone expected, okay, you switched out some players. How is this new roster going to line up? Are they going to do well? Had a couple of weeks where it didn't look so good. The coordination was pretty off. They couldn't play at the Western Clash due to Quack being sick, but they seem to have finally found their stride, and it comes at no better time, right before the MSB.
Exactly. They're looking really strong here, and they have a very safely secured second spot already. They knew coming into this weekend that they're number 2 seed, and even with that, they didn't slack for a second. They went up against one of the currently most impressive teams in the European standings, outside of Dignitas, of course, and just obliterated them. Great play by them here.
It makes me really happy because going to the MSB, we have 2 really good representatives already for Europe to play to get that big win at the MSB because I want another one. Last year was great. 2 years in a row, it'd be pretty nice here. Fnatic and Dig. And then, of course, we are going to have a third wonderful team that we're going to figure out next week at the playoff set. I can't wait to watch perform. I don't know, man. There's no better time to be an EU fan, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's going to be great. Seeing